Welcome.
Hello, Scoop. How's it going?
It's going good. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. Just got back from Pilates, and then I showered, and I'm just a tired girl.
Just a tired girl.
Yeah, in Pilates today, it was the first time that it was actually difficult. Um, the other times, like, yes, I'm like shaking by the end of it, but I'm not sweating. This one I was sweating halfway in. And it was such a good workout. And if I keep that up, I'm gonna be just snatched for our Christmas trip.
Snatched.
Snatched. Very excited.
I need to get on that train.
Well, so I do mine at Club Pilates, and it's $100 a month for only 4 classes. But I like those better I like those classes better than hot yoga classes up here, and I like it better than going to the
Hmm.
gym.
Yeah, I can see that. Were there any disruptive men in your class today?
There was one man. I have never seen a man in this class before, and there was one. And I'm getting out of the car to walk in. I see him and I go, "Oh, Jesus Christ." But he was fine.
Jesus Christ.
He was not an issue. But it
That's
was
good.
yeah, it was a good little Saturday, like 3 o'clock class. And now I'm just chilling here talking to you.
Just chin chilling like a villain.
Well, and this morning I went and got breakfast at Denver Biscuit Co. They have those phenomenal.
I knew it. I knew that's where you were when you sent me that picture. I didn't even have to track you. Whenever you sent me the picture of your biscuits and gravy, I almost was like, ooh, that looks like a Denver Biscuit and Co. biscuit. And I
It
just somehow
was.
knew.
It was so good. I get the Franklin, and it's a homemade Denver biscuit with country fried chicken. Um, so country fried chicken, sausage gravy, cheddar cheese, and maple bacon with hash brown on the side. Just one.
Super
Hash
heart healthy.
browns. Um, oh, we only go there like once every like couple months, but we would only go there because they had these awesome array of hot sauces. They had like a green sauce, a purple sauce. It was so good. So we asked for hot sauce today. They just brought out generic Tabasco, and so Chad was like, "Hey, do you still have your awesome sauce?" And they were like, "Oh no, that company closed down, but there's a little thrift store in old Colorado City that has 3 more bottles left if you want to go and steal those." We will not.
That's so specific.
But it really gave me an idea of like maybe I'll start my own hot sauce company.
Like Uba Hot.
Yes.
You watch Real Housewives of New York?
I didn't know she had a hot sauce.
Yeah,
I knew that was like the first season that was like her storyline, but I haven't heard anything else about this hot sauce.
I don't know. I don't know if she still has it or if she still makes it or if it's even anything.
Oh.
Mac Hot.
Um, no. Like mac and kraken sauce or like have it say like hot as fuck. I don't know. We'll workshop that, but I do love a good hot sauce. It was a big disappointment. Like Tabasco's
Hmm.
not my thing, and neither is really Cholula, but we'll find it. We'll find our
I
new
like
hot
Red Hot.
sauce. Yeah, it's not bad. I will do a Cholula over
You'll find it.
everything, but I just need to find my own and then make my own and then take it with me everywhere I go. I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say it like Beyonce.
Hmm. So what have you been up to on this Saturday? Even though we're releasing
Oh,
on
you know,
Monday.
Monday. Um, Today I have really just had a life of relaxation and luxury. I watched two documentaries.
Oh,
One about Everest and hiking Everest, and which was super interesting. It was like the first one that's ever filmed like the entire ascent and descent, and it's on Amazon. It was very, very good. The second one was about sharks. Uh, it's called
obviously.
Playing with Sharks, and I know. And but it was really cool because the woman who it was following, she's like 85 years old now. Her name's Valerie Mae Taylor. Her and her husband are the ones that filmed the footage for Jaws.
Oh,
And like it's all real sharks, like not the giant one, but like Spielberg wanted to use a 25-foot shark, but they were only shooting like 13-foot sharks. So they made little cage, little person get in the cage, and that's how they made the shark look so big, like actually in the water. It was very fascinating. It wasn't like all about that, but they were a huge part of it,
so was the show about,
like shark conservation.
oh, what's that on?
Yeah.
What's that on?
Disney Plus. Yeah, Disney Plus.
Nice.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's a
Oh,
lag.
did you? Am I delayed?
Yeah.
Disney Plus. I just said it.
You don't need to get so angry at me.
Are you not listening to me? Sorry, I'm a little bit testy.
I can feel the
We're gonna,
energy.
it's that time of the month for me. So, and it's day one.
I
So
can
she's not feeling too great.
I can feel the second you popped onto this call, I knew immediately.
I knew. I know you knew.
I was like, oh, we need to tread lightly.
No, I'm okay. We're okay. It's great. But no, it was a really great documentary. It made me really happy. It was really sad in some parts, but I won't give it away.
It's fine.
I think you'd like it a lot.
We are not a documentary mood lately. Right now we're in like mind-numbing comedy, or we just started Zero Day on Netflix with Robert De Niro, and
I've never.
it's with so it's essentially a former president, and there is a day where for 60 seconds an outside entity, your country, took out the United States' grid. And so all communications went down, electricity went down, everything like ceased. So people in subway systems, they all died. People
For 60 seconds?
because they couldn't control where it was going
Oh.
and they couldn't stop it. And then like even trains, if they have to switch their tracks, that
Hmm.
wasn't working. But and then the cell phone stuff was down. And then so he's tasked with coming back into like politics, and he's gonna head this investigation team to figure out who did this, what country did this. But there's like a twist. So we're only an episode in, but it's really good. And there's six
Is
episodes.
it is it new?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
it's good. And I love Robert De Niro.
Me too. You talking to me?
Talking to me? Like I'm talking to you, fucker.
Did you see that on did you watch the SNL thing? The
No,
50th?
I haven't watched that yet.
There's a part, I guess it's just not very gonna matter because I'm not gonna explain it very well, but for anyone who did watch it, whenever Robert De Niro comes into the bar and then the sad, I can't remember, I don't even know her name, but the sad girl, she talks about all of the sad world events and like cats are dying and she goes,
Is it Debbie Downer?
Debbie Downer. Sad Sally. Debbie Downer. He orders a drink and she goes, "Are you talking to me?" And he goes, "What?" He goes, "Is that supposed to be a joke?" And she goes, "Are you talking to me?" And she was like, "No, sorry. I have something in my eye and I can't hear you."
I didn't know he came back. Was it him?
Yeah.
I didn't know that he came back for an SNL thing.
It was for the 50th,
Yeah,
the special.
so many people came back. Did you see Ryan Reynolds' little cameo?
Yeah, I did, and how he rewrote his script.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he's the one that rewrote that. Like he wasn't supposed to they weren't supposed to ask him. He wrote he wanted to say have them be like, "How are you doing?" He goes, "Why? What have you heard?" And he wrote that. It was supposed to be something completely different. But like
Oh,
they were never going to bring it up. I read an article, the SNL people were like, we would never intentionally like do that unless they were okay with it. Like we like with all the stuff that's going on, we would not like it's legal stuff, and with we won't try like we won't
well,
my
it's.
God.
Can you speak?
No, I'm having a very hard time. They're like, we take this allegation very seriously and we would never put anyone in that situation, but he's the one that wanted to say what he said, be like, why? What have you heard?
Yeah, there
That's what I was
was.
saying.
That's my fucking story.
And that's my story. God damn it.
Um, I saw somebody's take on it, and they said, what man would want to shed like humor on their wife's sexual harassment lawsuit where she's saying like I was sexually harassed and he's making fun of it and making light of it. And from
Mm-hmm.
like a normal person's standpoint, like that makes so much sense. But then I've seen a lot of comedians talk about it and they're saying that it it can bode well for you if you just address it and you're not ignoring it. But it's not like it's some scandal that they're not addressing. It's a literal like lawsuit about sexual
Yeah.
harassment and her feeling so uncomfortable in the workplace, all alleged. But from his standpoint, obviously he believes her. And if he actually believed her and he actually thinks that she went through all this stuff on set to the point where he had to show up every day and then he makes fun of it
Mm-hmm.
on SNL on like the most watched episode.
Yeah. It
No,
was good.
after Ryan Reynolds stood up and did his weird joke in the audience, everyone's been panning together celebrities that were there,
Kevin
and
Costner.
Kevin Costner is so pissed that this is happening. And he's looking at Ryan Reynolds from behind, and then he's looking over to see Blake's response and like how she's gonna react to it. And I don't know, there just was an age where there was all the actors were so classy and just actors. And Kevin Costner was one of them. Like Denzel Washington comes to mind. They would never get caught up in this stuff, even if there was a lawsuit going on, and they would never poke fun at one of their women's sexual harassment claims. It's just so
No.
strange to me. Like I can't imagine a man that would do that and like think it's
I can't
actually
imagine the
funny.
man that I'm married to doing that. Like
Yeah.
I that would be grounds for divorce. I would be
Yes.
like, what the fuck?
Like that's something you do when you're in an intimate setting and you're around people and they're like, "How are you?" And then you go, "Why, what have you heard?" And it's a funny, like in the moment thing, not a planned, taped, broadcasted moment.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just very
Tasteless.
tasteless. Yeah.
Ooh, on the same page. I didn't like it.
No, me either. All
Fun.
right.
You want to dive
Shall
into
we get
it?
into it? Let's get into it.
I hate the lag. We're so awkward sometimes.
I can't help it.
Oh, I want to start this off by asking you a few would you rathers. I
Oh,
won't
okay,
do all
yes.
10. I won't do all 10. But
Okay.
just to get the funnies going and the creative juices going.
To lighten my mood.
To yeah, to pull that stick out of your ass.
All right. Hit me.
Okay. Would you rather have to announce everything you do in a dramatic sports commentator voice at full volume or have a laugh that sounds exactly like a screaming goat?
No.
Like even when you're saying Now I'm getting off the couch and I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I'm pouring myself a cup of coffee. It's like Lily Moscovitz all the time.
All the time.
Um, like like the dying goat, like a Janice from Friends like laugh.
No, a
Like,
screaming goat. Like when they scream at you.
ooh, ooh, I'm gonna go with the goat.
Okay, so right now you would be screaming at me.
Insert goat clip here.
Would you rather have your hands permanently replaced with spaghetti noodles, fully cooked,
Ugh.
or that's so gross,
I hate this.
or have your feet replaced with banana peels? You're always slipping around.
I think banana peels. I don't think I would like slapping. I can't handle it.
Could you imagine? Like imagine someone going to hold your hand and they get wet noodles.
Ugh. I just think you'd stick to everything, like slap.
Okay.
I'd rather be a banana peel.
Okay. Would you rather have a permanently wet sock on one foot for eternity or have to high five every stranger you pass on the street while maintaining intense eye contact?
High five for sure. I just can't. I just can't imagine sloshing around in one wet sock for the rest of my life. That grosses me out. I'll high five everyone and maintain eye contact.
Okay. Next one. Would you rather have to scream, I am the chosen one, every time you enter a room, or to be incapable of walking past a mirror without stopping to flex and wink at yourself? So you're just a mega douche. Either way.
Like Johnny Bravo is what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be a mega douche.
Which
I choose
one?
the
They're
flexing.
both douchey.
The flexing. I'll flex and wink at myself.
Okay, that would really only work long term if you were already married and committed to somebody. But imagine you're on a first date and you have to do that every single time, and they're like, she was just so into herself. Every reflective surface we passed, she flexed and then winked at herself. Oh,
That would
okay.
be for rough dating.
Unless you found someone that did it with you every single time. You have to find your Johnny Bravo.
Could you imagine?
No. Okay. Would you, interesting. Would you rather every time you sneeze, you teleport to a random location within 50-mile radius, or
Okay.
every time you blink, someone within earshot hears the sounds of a clown horn?
I blink a lot. I feel like I think that
Honk,
I
honk.
don't. I
Or
mean, they
you,
wouldn't know it'd be coming from me.
they'd figure it out. You'd be the common denominator.
I think that I would choose the blinking. I don't think I'd want to sneeze because then you're stuck there because you can't sneeze yourself back until you find the need to sneeze
Until
again.
you
And
sneeze
then who
again.
knows? Who knows if you turn back up where you came from?
Yeah. And it's not even like anywhere cool in the world. It's like if you're in Kansas City, you're sneezing to the middle of Kansas.
Yeah, like no thanks.
You're sneezing to a cornfield.
I'll honk at people.
All right. I do think that that's it.
That was fun, Scoop.
Thank you.
Next week I'll have a game for you.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to our actual episode. You have on here, you want to talk about people putting not like us to dancing scenes. What does that mean?
Have you seen like the penguin dance? Um, God, I wish we could put it on here. You know, like the Not Like Us from Kendrick song.
Like him like sidestepping?
Yeah. And then have you seen on TikTok like what's the March of the Penguins? Is that it? Is that
Oh,
the animated movie?
Happy Feet.
Happy Feet. The Happy Feet penguins, they're all dancing and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. And then it's the Kendrick song. And then I've seen Matilda, the Matilda people
Oh,
getting down the school hallway dancing. And then the last one, I think I sent you the Will and Grace one. That one was hilarious. And it's just perfectly in tune steps to dancing.
so the song is They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. But it's
Yeah,
like it's perfectly it goes with every dance
every
scene.
single dance. Yes. Oh, and Dirty Dancing was one of them too, when they're doing their last final dance where he lifts her up. And
Oh,
he's like
cute.
coming to her down the aisle.
I love that.
Yeah. Anyways, I just think it's hilarious.
Is
Everyone
that
just keeps
all?
coming. That's all. That's my story.
All right. Marking that off the list immediately. Okay, what's next?
Oh, Picasso. Okay, did you know that he was alive until 1973?
I found this out only probably like a year ago. Like I really
I
thought that he was like Renaissance time. I did not know that he was in modern times.
He was born October 25th, 1881. He lived until April 8th, 1973. That man, I thought that he, yes, was forever ago, like not even in our time. And then someone was like, he's watched Super Bowls. He's seen this, and this. And he was around whenever computers were around and phones. And I just had no idea.
He had a car.
He had a car.
That's
He
weird.
saw movies
Yeah.
about him.
Mom and dad were alive whenever he was alive.
Mom and dad were 13.
That's
I
so
just,
strange.
I know. My mind is just blown about that.
I had no idea. Yeah, I think I found this out like a year ago, and it just kind of puts things in perspective because even like Einstein, like I didn't know that he was so involved in before World War II or even like during because of the Oppenheimer movie. He's like a huge part of planning
Yeah.
the atomic bomb. Or not a
Yeah.
huge part, but he was involved in some discussions at some point or another. But I didn't know that he was around. They don't teach us
Did
that.
they don't. Did you know that Marilyn Monroe had an IQ 5 points higher than Einstein? Her IQ was 165 and his IQ is 160.
Okay. Have you ever taken an IQ test?
I scored very highly on it.
Where did you take it? Like
I don't
what?
know, on a phone app.
That's the thing is it's like
It's called
where do you
Impulse.
so like the ACT, the SAT, the MCAT, the LSAT, all of it is commercialized. Everyone's being tested on the same things. An IQ test, I could go take a test that I find on Google right now, and it would be completely different from an IQ test someone else takes. So
Hmm.
it's all subjective, and I'm gonna say bullshit on that one. I'm not saying she's not smart. I'm just saying that that's
I don't know. I'm just
that's
reading the facts, man.
what facts? Are you spreading rumors or are you reading
I'm
facts?
I'm reading facts. This is a fact from
BuzzFeed.
Dario AS. From Dario from AS. Actually, she had an IQ of 168. You know, it's lots of different places. 168, according to TikTok,
Oh, so that's obviously true.
obviously.
Yeah,
Um,
I want to see what tests they took. I also don't see Marilyn Monroe sitting down and taking an IQ test.
It's all speculative.
Yeah. But I think that'd be a fun thing for us to do. If it's too low, you'll never know what I scored, but if it's high, you'll know.
Yeah, same.
I'll never share if I'm like really on the lower end.
If I'm having an off day, you'll never know.
I don't think that would be low though. I'm pretty smart.
You're the smartest person I know.
And ditto. You're the smartest book person I know.
I am extremely dumb when it comes to simple things and common sense.
Yeah, I would say who is the smartest person that I know whole like rounded?
My dad.
How do they say yeah, dad or mom? Because mom is like sneaky smart.
Mom's like a fucking elephant. She
Mom
remembers everything.
everything. It's so
She will
scary.
tell you what happened on one date, something you said, and she will never forget it. I know what you said on da 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 da
No, she'll go in her
at the
little
dinner table, at the round dinner table. Da 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 da.
yeah,
She'll go through her files, flip it through her brain, her little
through her
SpongeBob files.
brain, and she'll be like, "You were wearing this. I know what you were doing. You remember you were wearing those earrings that I gave you like 3 years earlier, and you said this, and you got so mad afterwards. I know you said it. No, she's so frightening.
Hmm.
But yeah, I would say mom or dad. No, yeah, you're for well-rounded.
Hmm. Would it be nice there?
You're just like if I had if the
If
world was
you're on
end
Jeopardy and you needed a
yeah
dumb fact, you call me.
yeah if I need like anything else
Yeah,
I'll
literally anything else.
I'll probably call my
Phone
dad.
someone else. Yeah, don't call me.
No, I'm probably not the best either. I have to like have a couple days to look something up. I need like a couple business days to formulate a good response and get back to you. It'll be good, but it's not immediate.
That's such a lawyer thing to say.
I'm not a I'm not a quick thinker. I know where to go immediately. But I want to make sure what I'm saying is accurate.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's good.
thank
God,
you.
my nose is so itchy. So sorry.
Don't sneeze, you'll teleport. You said, I just remember the dad joke I made to the checkout man at the cafeteria at work, and only I laughed. What'd you
Yeah, it
say?
was funny. So I was paying. Well, he was scanning my stuff, and I just stood there afterwards, and he was like, is it gonna be like on your employee thing, like it comes out of your paycheck, or do you have like a card? And I go, I gotta pay for this.
I don't even want to laugh at it.
And I giggled and he kind of smiled because he's probably like mom and dad's age. So he got it. And then but the person I was with didn't laugh. And I was like, I can't believe I made that dad joke. I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard my dad make that dad joke.
Dad has made a variation of that joke. He has said something to the effect of the waitress or waiter will come by and they'll say, would you like me to grab the check? And dad will say, no, I'm not paying for this. And they'll kind of nervous laugh a little bit. And then he's like, but he's never ever said, oh, oh man, you gotta pay
Aw,
for
shoot.
this? Oh, rats.
Shucks. Nope, I did it. I said it.
It's
I said
funny.
it. Hmm.
It's funny. You are very quickly becoming an old man. Like, like there was a stint in your 20s where you were exactly where you needed to be, attitude, energy levels, social priorities, all the things. You hit 27, 28, and
COVID hit.
you have quickly been turning in and morphing into someone that was born in like 1950s.
Like Picasso.
No, because he was born in the 1800s.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna blame it on COVID because until COVID hit, I had a flourishing social life.
COVID
Granted, you
was,
also lived
yeah.
with me. It was all after you left that things really went downhill for me.
Well, I even tried to take you back out. You came and visited me in Omaha when I lived there, and I took you out and
I could not hang.
I gave you one Jello shot and you went home early.
It was horrible. I wanted to throw up. My stomach was so just full of just Jello, alcohol Jello.
It was one Jello shot,
It was horrible.
but you spit it back in your hand.
It ruined me.
I tried to take you out of retirement. I tried.
I can get out of retirement every now and then.
Yeah. I'm
I
hoping.
can in a couple weeks. Like we're having
Yeah.
a ball.
Yeah, we're hitting town.
Mm-hmm. Two
I'm
nights
hoping.
in a row.
Well, more like just 12 hours because we're
Yeah,
gonna
because
go.
we'll do Snake Saturday during the day.
Yeah, we'll go out on the Friday night, do our Luann de Lesseps show, maybe go out afterwards, and then we'll have like a brunch day the next morning, and then I'm done. Once like 2 o'clock hits, I gotta go back home and I gotta lay for a little bit. I gotta get horizontal, and
Mm-hmm.
then we gotta go back to dinner with our parents
Yeah, it'll be great. It's
and
gonna be a great
Morgana,
weekend. Yeah,
our brother.
Brr. It's gonna be a great time.
Gonna be a great time. Next up on our list to talk about, I threw this on here, and so the Canadian hockey team played the USA hockey team. Before the sporting event, obviously they played their national anthems of the United States and Canada. When the United States was being played, the Canadians all booed it the entire time. The USA hockey team beat the shit out of the Canadian hockey team during the games. Like I think they had a couple games. You need to look up some of their plays. Ruthless. Like full speed, slamming them into the walls, fist fighting, like winding up. They did not like being booed. And I loved
I
it.
love hockey.
There was a part of me that I was like, hell yeah, proud to be an American. Like, I'm done with football. I'm done. I want to see some hockey players throw some punches and, be our soldiers on the ground. Boots on the ground action. So,
The real men.
the real men. And I'm all about it. So like I'll start buying tickets to hockey games if I'm gonna see a fight every time. Like a fight gets me fired up.
I love hockey. There's always a fight.
See, the only hockey match,
Game.
hockey game I've been to was the Kansas City Mavericks with you, Kennedy, and Kelsey. And we had Hooters beforehand, and it wildly disrupted my digestive tract. And I didn't even get to enjoy the game. And there was no fighting.
There was no fighting.
You got to go.
We'll have to go to like a big league one.
Yeah, like let's go to the Blues or something.
Yeah.
So,
I don't want to go to St. Louis. We'll have to go somewhere else
oh, I mean, the world's our oyster.
when they're somewhere.
I don't care
Yeah.
where we go, but I want to go see some fighting. I want to see some fists thrown.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
But
down.
I just loved it. They just were like, you know what? Screw you, Canada. Fucking
I have not seen
Canadians.
that anywhere. They're supposed to be so nice and they booed us.
They booed us. And so I saw this, but it was like days later on my TikTok and my social media feed, and I was so excited about it. So I showed Chad, and he was like, that was days ago. That was literal days ago. So it's all lapsed and it's all late to the game, but
It was
it
news to me.
it was news to me and it got me excited. So I threw it in the notes out because I just wanted to talk about it, and that's a fun thing to look up. USA versus Canada hockey fights. Loved it.
We love that.
No notes. Um, moving on. Diddy's lawyer resigning from his case. So P. Diddy, obviously, um, is in a lot of legal trouble, and his lawyer just resigned from defending him, or for representing him at least.
Hmm.
This could be an absolute lie because sometimes Chad likes to just throw facts at me and then I repeat it and it's an absolute lie. And he thinks it's funny. He told me, I don't even want to say it because I gotta look it up first.
I think I know what you're gonna say, and it is true.
What is it?
Is it that Diddy's lawyer? Is it talking about who he represented previously?
Yes.
Yes,
Say
it's
it.
true.
Say the name so I don't sound like an absolute ignorant woman.
Um, he was a defense attorney for Saddam Hussein.
Okay, I heard
So
Bin Laden, but same
Bin
person.
Laden. Bin Laden. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he defended him and he was fine. Like he was fine, but like he defended that human being.
So this leader, or this leader, this lawyer fully represented Bin Laden, did never resigned from that case, knowing everything. He got put on to Diddy's case and he resigned for what reason? Do we know?
He didn't give a reason. I have a statement that he wrote to them. He said, I want to read it verbatim. He said, Although I have provided Sean Combs with the high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs, consistent with the ABA standards for criminal justice. It is respectfully but regrettably requested that the court grant the relief requested. That's it.
That leads me to believe that this lawyer I don't know what stage they are in, if they're doing depositions, if they're doing, I don't know, just evidence passing back and forth or what, but that makes me think that he was either told something by Diddy or they found something that repulsed this lawyer so much that he had to resign himself from this case, yet Bin Laden's case did not repulse him to this extent, which is
Mm-hmm.
holy shit.
Yeah. Well, the trial starts May 5th.
Oh,
So I
does
would
it
assume that
really?
they're I assume that they're like kind of wrapping things up and getting all their ducks in a row and I don't know. Maybe not wrapping things up, but like discovering, doing like getting it really in depth into the discovery part of it, maybe because we're in February, March.
Well, they're probably now, yeah, exchanging evidence from both sides. What the prosecution
Yeah.
has and what the defense has, they're swapping. And they allege, I'm just speaking,
Speculating,
I'm speculating.
speculating.
I'm sp This lawyer saw something that was like, no, I can't in good conscience defend this man.
No.
Well, we'll see what happens with Diddy and what happens with Jay-Z because he's also going to get involved in this, and then Beyonce's going to get thrown into this, and then you,
And J-Lo's gonna get involved in this too, for sure.
J-Lo, and every other. They're going to be pulling a huge log of every single celebrity that has ever gone to a Diddy party,
Mm-hmm.
which is almost every single celebrity.
Every single celebrity. I wonder if like the younger celebrity like Justin Bieber will be um brought into it because he had to go to those parties with like Usher when Usher borrowed him for like a weekend
Yeah,
or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a really gross. It's so disgusting. I don't, obviously, like, I will be following it very closely, but it's gonna be
Every
just
celebrity.
it's literally gonna be every celebrity. Because like Ashton Kutcher has been there. He's talked about it. LeBron James and Shaq and Leonardo DiCaprio's been there, and like all those big A-list stars, women too. I don't know, Beyonce, J-Lo. I don't know any other women that's been there, but you know that they have been. But there's been an upper party where all everyone is, and then there's been a underground party where all the gross shit goes down.
Hmm.
It's gonna be really disgusting to go through all of that. And I wonder what who the next lawyer is gonna be.
Well, he still has 5 lawyers on the team. So they said that his legal representation is not going to be interrupted at all.
It's just his lead attorney,
Hmm.
his main one.
His main one, but they said that everything's gonna keep going according to plan. Like it's not gonna be delayed at all because of this.
All right, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Okay, moving on. What are two things you're getting targeted for on social media this week?
Um, yeah. So every week it's like something new for me. This week I'm getting targeted for, you guessed it, Mount Everest stuff. So
Oh,
I'm just seeing all of the Mount Everest, everything. That's why I got into the documentary and I'm like obsessed.
hmm.
And the second one is vampires in New Orleans.
Because
And I don't know if it's because we were talking about it on our text about Patricia and her
Whitney.
son from Southern Whitney from Southern Charm, how we think that they're vampires. But I keep getting targeted for all these people being like everyone in New Orleans who lives there has a vampire story.
I I want to go to New Orleans so bad because of just like the energy there and like the nightlife, and it seems like a lot of fun. But it's one of the oldest cities, and it has a lot of history, and it has a lot
Hmm.
of like voodoo history and a lot of really dark history.
Hmm.
I can't imagine the energy that's there. I would believe if there is a population of vampires that we don't know about, it's probably in New Orleans.
I mean,
Like
I believe it.
like they're not going to be in LA, and they're not going to be in like New York. They're going to be in New Orleans.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New
New
Orleans.
Orleans.
I did see though, a few weeks ago, I wasn't targeted for vampires there. I was targeted for crawfish there. Every video, like every other every other video was this uh TikToker, and she had this really thick New Orleans like Cajun accent, and she was showing me how to properly like deshell a crawdad and like how
Did you
to eat
watch
them.
all of the videos?
I have never been into crawdads. I like oysters. I like lobster every once in a while. I like shrimp. I wanted crawdads after that. Like I wanted to go to a what is it, like a fish boil,
A fish fry.
fish fry. I wanted to go to New Orleans so bad just so I can get that seasoned crawdads, and I wanted to pull them out of the shell and slurp it in my mouth.
I want to go to New Orleans really bad. I would like to do that trip with you. We've talked about that for a long time.
We just have to find time.
It's one
Hey,
of our
so if
trips.
there's any sponsors listening to us and they want to send us to New Orleans and we can vlog it and we can talk about New Orleans and we can give you tourism ideas, hit us up.
We're available.
We're available. Let me know.
We like to travel. We're fun girls.
We're very fun girls. We like to do
Fun
lots of
things.
activities. We went to Boston, we did the Freedom Trail, we went to Harvard.
I make a whole itinerary.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you want.
We went to
I love
Salem.
an Excel spreadsheet.
You do. I like to follow the Excel spreadsheet. I like to throw that Excel spreadsheet into Canva. I like to make a pretty invitation.
It's cute.
Yeah, you're the logistical side. I'm just I like the aesthetics.
You just go with the flow.
I really do. I'm down for about anything.
On that note about vampires, if you could be one, which would you choose? A witch, a vampire, or a mermaid?
I It depends on the type. we've talked about this before. If I would only be a vampire if I could be like the Cullens and have endless amounts of money from Twilight. I don't want to be a poor immortal and live my life in poverty for all of eternity. Um, so only if I can have lots of money. I I want to say I want to be a mermaid, but how much I hate open water.
I would be a worm, a worm.
I'd be a worm. Nick, no witch, no witch, no vampire, no mermaid, worm.
I want to be a mermaid.
Instead of a mermaid tail, you have a worm tail. You live in the dirt and you only come out when it rains.
Just flopping around on the pavement. That's as bad as being having spaghetti arms. Oh, I hate that. When I think of mermaids, I think of Harry Potter, and that
Oh,
scares me. I don't want to be one of those mermaids. I want to be like a mermaid from H2O or
yeah.
um Aqua
Marine.
Aquamarine. That's what I want. I want to be a pretty mermaid with a cute little tail and pretty hair. I don't want to be scary with scary teeth like in Harry Potter.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Ariel, like a Disney princess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
All right.
Hmm.
But if I had to
Well,
come
but
down to it, I'd be a
yeah.
witch. If gun to my head right now, witch.
What would you do as a witch?
I would cast spells. And
I would be a witch too.
I would live
I
I would
think I would create an immortal thing. We could do that. We could be vampire like. We could live forever.
I would be yeah, I would be an immortal witch. This is such a nerdy conversation. I would be an immortal witch that could create any kind of animal that I wanted. That's one of my strong suits. And with that, I would make sure that Harvey and Archie could live forever, obviously, in pristine health. And I would create dragons.
Ah, you love your dragons. So you'd be a witch riding a dragon riding witch.
I'd be a dragon riding
Not
witch.
a dragon riding vampire.
Not a vampire, no. I wouldn't even have a broom, I'd have a dragon.
Yeah.
That's my I think of a a girly Maleficent. Well, I guess she doesn't really have a dragon. She is the dragon.
She is the dragon.
I don't want to be a dragon. I want to just have one.
Hmm.
I want
You want a dragon like on Shrek. Donkey's
no.
wife.
I don't. I don't want a dragon like Shrek.
How to Train Your Dragon?
Essentially, yeah.
Like toothless?
Or I want it like the book that I've been telling you to read, The Fourth Wing. They have all these dragons and they're called riders. They go to like essentially a military school and they get to like their first like 6 months and then they do a bonding thing. And sometimes the dragons will bond with them, other times they'll just scorch them because they're not worthy to be bonded to a dragon. And once you're bonded to a dragon, you have a connection to where you can speak to them through your minds and they're with you for the rest of your life. They are
Do you both live
yours.
forever?
Dragons live forever,
But the rider does not.
but the rider does not. But if a dragon dies, if your dragon dies, you die also.
Okay.
But if you die, your dragon can, depends on how strong the bond is. So it's really sad when they're in battle and a rider dies, and then the dragon is like so heartbroken that they die also.
Oh.
It's a great book, and so that's the vibe I want, but I want to have powers.
Hmm.
So
I like the witchy.
yeah, and I
I
want to
don't
have.
think I want to drink human blood, so I think I'd do witch.
But yeah, we're gonna be witches, and I would have kind of a house would I like? I think I would like to have, if I could live anywhere.
I know what you're gonna say.
What do you think I'm going to say?
Practical Magic House.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I was like, how can I have like woodsies, but next to the ocean, but like cold weather ocean? So the practical magic house, yeah. And
Yeah, that's what I want
obviously, I
too.
would live with you,
Obviously.
obviously, and that's where we get our most excellent from.
It is. It really
Most,
is.
most excellent.
Oh, I want to watch that movie.
Watch it. I mean, who cares?
I might. I might.
It's a nice little cozy movie.
It is.
Um, I think we're actually all through our topics. Besides, I don't know what's real on
Yeah.
social media anymore.
I don't know. There's things that I see that I don't know if they're real or not because they look real, but then I either have to look them up to see if it actually occurred or if it was AI created, or I just ask you if it's real. Like
Yeah,
there's been some questionable things that I believe
I remember like maybe a year ago you sent me like it was multiple photos of
of the
all these,
Pope and the Obamas.
but like getting down on a red carpet, like dancing, and you go, "Oh my God, he's so fun." And I go, that's not real. Obama had his shirt unbuttoned all the way down. And Connor goes,
He's fun.
"Well, he is fun, but he's not that fun." Like,
I didn't
Connor,
know if it was some kind of party that they attended. I don't know.
it
Hampton's party.
you
Who
got
knows?
you got bamboozled.
I got bamboozled and it happens frequently. See, that's where the common sense stuff is not that bright.
You trust, I mean, I do the same thing, but I'm more skeptical than you are, and you are just like, oh, immediate. That's why
That's
the
how it is.
that's why the alien thing with you is like it doesn't take much for you to be convinced. Okay, wait. Do you remember it was Discovery Channel came out with this like mermaid documentary like 10 years ago, and we all watched it, and no, they did not tell us it was like a mockumentary. It was a spoof. And for like a couple days, Connor and I were like, oh my God, they found them. They finally found mermaids.
They found them. They were traveling with the whales. They found
Yes.
like remains of one in a fish net, and then it looked so real.
It looked
I
so
still
real.
believe that they travel with the humpback whales. You can't convince me otherwise.
This is what I'm talking about. Case and point.
We don't know what's in the ocean, okay? We have no idea what's in there. Megalodon is real, and mermaids, for all we know, are real. The Meg is still out there.
You're reminding me, it's that movie called 2012. I think it's Woody Harrelson is that crazy guy that's in Yosemite Park in a trailer. And he has like three listeners on his radio show and he's doing a broadcast and he's like, oh, the world's gonna end. I have all of my charts behind me. I've done the research. Like, that's
And
it.
does it almost end? Was he correct?
Yes, but he also
Case in point.
but he also so Yosemite is blowing up with fireballs from whatever volcano is nearby. And he's outside of his trailer and it's coming down and he just is like, this is how I go. That is how you would go if you saw one mermaid in with a humpback whale. What if they ride humpback whales and that's like their water dragons?
Yep. If we had a whale week, we might know.
I think we just need to start. We got to start getting funding. I got to start pitching that to Discovery Channel. We should have, I mean, let us know if it's what you want to listen to, listeners. But also, I actually don't care what you want to listen to. This is my podcast, and I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about.
Feel free to write in your opinions. However, we probably won't take them into account.
I probably won't unless you're saying I'm like really annoying, but I would like to start once a week. So you and I will compile a list of conspiracy theories. After, like on a Monday, we will pick a conspiracy theory to talk about the following time.
This is great.
And then
Okay.
we'll still talk about all of our bullshit, all of the things going on in the world and going on in our lives. But I would like to do a conspiracy theory.
I love it.
Maybe not every time, maybe every other episode, but just so you know, that's what interests us. That's what gets the juices flowing.
And there's some fun stuff out there, guys. You don't even know.
You don't even know. We're about to educate you.
We're going to educate you.
But that's pretty much it for today. We can wrap this up.
Those were our stories, guys.
And you just got
This
the
is a
scoop.
longer episode.
This is a lot longer episode. This is an extended edition. Also, we have to let you all know that we have a discount code for you.
Oh, we do.
So we have, I guess you could call it a partnership. We're an ambassador for a small wine company called The Wine Girl. We'll put their email, not their email. We'll put their website and everything below in our like show notes. And they have merch on there, merchandise you can buy like hats and sweatshirts and shirts and
They're so cute.
and little like little wine cups and everything. And if you go on that website and at checkout, you put in Scoops 15, you will get 15% off your entire order. And it's super cute. And in
It's so
about,
cute.
I would say 3 weeks, we'll show you the things that we ordered. 'Cause it's getting delivered to Connor's house in like a couple days. And then we'll be together when we can film
You
it.
ordered it already?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's coming to your
Oh
house.
my God.
But yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
take a look on their website, and if you see anything you like, put it in your cart and use discount code SCOOPS15. That is SCOOPS15.
That's so fun.
That's so funny.
I love
Okay.
it. All right,
Well-
Scooperini.
I'll just chit chat with you later.
Okay, we're gonna bounce.
All right. Love ya.
Okay. Love ya. Bye,
See ya.
guys.
Bye.